So, good afternoon, sir. Our title was Decreasing Rate of High School Students Absenteeism and Cutting Classes by Using Student Attendance Notifying SMS System. So, absenteeism and cutting classes are one of the problems of the school and parents. It has a negative impact to their performance and grading system. Cutting class creates an undesirable habit and mindset. Habit of not participating in class and being lazy. When you cut, you also create this habit of walking away from something. You do it find desirable, even if this activity thing you are walking away from is important and necessary. So, the objective of this study, I propose this student attendance notifying SMS system to decrease rate, truancy, absences to those students not doing right at school. In that case, parents would know what time their child enters at school, what subjects their child missed that day. If this research plan will be approved as a title of my research, this is very helpful, especially to those parents who's far to their child because of this system. If the teachers call the student's name in his or her attendance, it automatically sends an SMS to the student guardian. I propose this study because, as what I have observed, these are common problems of other parents who can't monitor their own child. The student parents are shocked with why his or her son did not pass of every subject. Our system is also a small project, but it has a big help to every parent that cannot manage of his or her son, because nowadays some students not attend class. So our research framework of the study. So the input, profile of student, age and sex and year level. So it is the collection of student performance. So in the process, there's the planning, requirement definition, design, development, test, implementation, and lastly the maintenance. So the output of this research, to know the decreasing rate of high school student absenteeism and cutting classes by using student attendance notifying SMS system. So this is our design methodology. So the system architecture, katikangan i-scan na ay QR code ang sa ka-student, then na scanner, then masulat database, tapos makikita ang data sa computer, then automatically masend na SMS pangadto sa parent or guardian sa ka-student if his or her child was attending class or not. So the use case, as namon use case anamon student notifying system. So ang teacher naka-login, tapos ang teacher maka-view student, maka-view ang attendance, tapos ang student nakakakuha ng attendance, may kita kong complete attendance, then ang message makakadto my parents automatically. So this is our menu hierarchy, the figure 5 admin menu hierarchy, and the figure 6 user menu hierarchy. As in naman system flow chart. System flow chart, hand ka ng administrator. So this is the system flow chart naman kung paano mag-register na sa ka-user. So our entity relationship diagram, asya ni attendance, login ID, login date, timeout, tapos status, student, yung ko-collect niyan data, adi gapon ka ng parents, ka ng user, type of user, employee, tapos sa section ng student, and ang position. These are system entity relationship diagram or the ARD. As per na naman context diagram. Our design. So, design, adi namon dashboard, student, nakapaload din student, teacher, school, course, user type, department, and the attendance. So maka-add kita, maka-add, edit, delete. data usa ka student, teacher, school course, user type, department, attendance, and other. Maka-view kita ng user. Tapos maka-add kita kung anong user type. So, mao po ang database table. Table 1, student attendance profile. Table 2 was the parents profile. Table 3 was the student profile. Table 4 was the user profile. Table 5 was the user type. And Table 6 was the student section. So the result of discussion, the primary objective of this research was to create a system student notifying SMS system to decrease the rate of truancy. Using the system, parents would know what time their child enters at school, of what subjects did their child miss that day. In other words, parents will track his or her child if it's attending the class. So this research will determine the behavior of the students in Colava National Vocational School. So there are 200 respondents in this research, and an information, data sheets, and test questionnaire were used to assess the behavior of students in Colava National Vocational School, which helped the researcher in accomplishing the study. So the researcher establishes a plan for developing the students' attendance notifying SMS system and establishes a functional baseline. After that, the researcher will design the system and build the system. After testing the system, the researcher will deploy the system and update and test the software configuration to fix the identified issue and bug for maintenance.